Hello, everyone. This is Yetta Myrick here with DC Autism Parents. And today I'm going to talk to you about accessible programs at Ford's Theater. We have a special treat. The folks at Ford's have offered us Heather Williams, who is the group sales manager at Ford's, to talk to us about their programming. We really want to help them spread the word and to help you as families understand what they are offering.
Hi, everyone.
So
Good to be here.
thanks for being here, Heather. Do you want to tell folks a little bit about yourself and your role at Ford's before we move forward?
Of course. I have been in Ford's Theater about 2.5 years, but I have been working in DC theater community in and around that for about 10 years at this point. Accessibility is something that's always been very important to me. I'm so happy that I'm able to serve on this committee and let everyone know about what we have to offer. Part of my role as group sales manager is making sure that all of the groups, everyone from 10 people up to 300 people, feel welcome, come into the theater and either see a show or visit our historical site. I also help organize private tours and other unique offerings that may be a one-off scheduled event for Ford's Theater.
Thanks for sharing all of that, Heather. I don't think I knew that about your position. So we definitely have the right person on the job to be sharing about your accessible programs. So just to ground everyone, we always start our video series with the mission about DC Autism Parents. So we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization in DC. We were created to support parents of children and youth diagnosed with autism, for parents of children and youth diagnosed with autism. Our mission is to improve the lives of all affected by autism in the DC metropolitan area through advocacy, education, support, services, and research. As you all know, and I like to disclose, this is our mission that's on the books, but of course, this mission is years old. So however you choose to identify, whether it be a person with autism, autistic individual, that is up to you. We respect that language and just want to make sure that that is made clear. So I'm going to hand it over to Heather to talk about Ford's commitment to accessible programming.
Well, at Ford's, we really want to make sure that everyone can come and enjoy what we have to offer through the museum, the historical site dedicated to Abraham Lincoln and his legacy, as well as to the performances of the plays and the musicals that we host and create year-round. We have, to that effect, several programs, and we like to call them under the umbrella of Ford's for Me. We want to make sure that we have performances and times that are open to anyone who has sensory sensitivities and might benefit from an adjusted environment. And we want to emphasize that those times, those performances, those scheduled activities are open for everyone, regardless of what you need. We will hold space for you, and we will make sure that you can come and see us in a way that makes you the most comfortable. Pardon me. When you come to see us, if you are attending our Ford's for Me program, before your visit, we've got some pre-visit materials, a social narrative, and some things to introduce you on what to expect while you're with us. When you're here, we do try to make sure that everyone is comfortable, that there's a lower capacity in the space, and that if you need a break or if you need to have a tablet or a smartphone or your other STEM device with you, we absolutely will encourage the use of those things. The accessibility page on our website, which I believe is right there on the slide, will tell you some more about what to expect during one of the events, as well as has materials so that you can download so that you can prepare yourself for the event. Next slide, please. We also offer, since 2018, a variety of sensory-friendly performances of the plays and musicals that we host here at Ford's. For those shows, we will modify the audience experience so that the sound levels might be less startling, the capacity in the theater will be less and just general materials available for both prepping to visit Ford's Theater as well as to introduce you to the show that you're about to see. We do also make sure that everyone feels welcome. If whatever you need to enjoy the show, you are welcome to either bring that with you or borrow the items that we have to provide to you. And once again, there's a link to that at the bottom of the screen. If you are if you're interested in having any of these activities at Ford's Theater, please feel free to give us a call or send us an email. We're happy to give you some more information about what goes on at our scheduled activities, as well as when they're going to be taking place.
Thanks so much, Heather. So just a couple of questions and follow up for you. Could you talk, and before I even do that, I just want to say how excited I am about these programs. I have, as with many of the for the folks who are watching, many of the resources that we share have tried to participate in and support as much as I can with my son. And so we have gone to A Christmas Carol, which happens every year. Like that's like the standard sensory friendly performance in I would say early winter, which we love. And then I know that the spring performance normally rotates with whatever
Mhm.
is happening there at the theater. Could you tell folks about how they can register or buy, so register for Fords for me, the museum visit, and or buy tickets for the sensory friendly performances?
Yeah, of course. So there's two ways that you can register to attend. You can visit our website, either at the sensory friendly links that we've provided, or just the general fords.org page and click on the calendar and select the date that you're interested in. Or you can call the box office and speak to someone directly. Either way, we will make sure that you are directed to the right date and time for you.
Awesome. I'm really excited about the online purchase of tickets. And for those of you out there, just want you to know that there have been things put in place to make sure that people in the general public are aware that this is what the performance is, and so that they are not taking advantage of the program, right? I think that Ford's really
Yes.
wants to support our community in accessing, I mean, which is probably why you guys decided, hey, let's not just have a box office number, which I was saying to Heather before we started recording, that I'm like, oh yeah, I'll have it on my calendar. I want to go, and I'm like, oh, I gotta remember to call. I gotta remember to call. What time is the box office open? So sometimes, like, just having access to online can make a huge difference. But I also recognize that, like, for accessibility as well, it might be easier for folks to call, right? So choose what works best for you. So thanks for sharing that update. And then, do you have any advice, Heather, for families who have not come to Ford's Theater, or to either for performance or come and visited the museum?
Yeah, absolutely. I encourage you to check out our pre-visit materials, which will talk both about what to expect while you're here and what the space looks like, as well as give you a general overview of, so if you're seeing a show or a musical, it'll tell you what it's about, who the characters are, and what to expect. If you're visiting the museum, it'll talk a little bit about what we do here at Ford's and the history of Abraham Lincoln and his presidency.
Amazing. And I just remember to just reconfirm with you, if you come to a sensory friendly performance, you can actually access the museum that day
You
too, right?
can,
Because I think
yeah.
every visit to, if you come to a performance at Ford's, the museum is open. Is it an
Yes.
hour before, or
Yes.
remind me how
So
that
starting
works?
an hour before the performance starts, you have access to the museum space that you are welcome to wander around in freely.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Heather, for your time, and thanks to the Ford's team
Happy to
for
be here.
doing this work and inviting our community in. Oh, one other thought I wanted to this note for the public. I've recognized, you know, that there are a lot of things around the city that are free, right? And Force, for me, the actual museum visit is free. There is a cost with tickets, but I also want to, like, share that the Ford's team really has been making efforts to get funding in to help subsidize the cost of tickets. So I just want to again thank you all for really trying to make this a welcoming environment to the DC autism community.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. We really want to make sure that everyone is able to attend, and that we can make sure everything as affordable as we can make it be.
Thank you so much, Heather. We appreciate your time again. And for those of you who have been watching, remember you can go to our website, dcautismparents.org, to learn more about us. We also, underneath this video, will have links to Ford Theater's accessibility page, as well as pages for Fords for Me and their sensory friendly performances. Definitely check it out and find out when they'll be dates for all of those things. So thank you and take care.